Yes, sir. I just want to open you. There we go. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. How was that?
That was wild. That was, man, when I say literally 16 years in the making, it was 16 years in the making. So I told my coaches, we talked about it. I talked to myself, and I told myself I wasn't going to rush a single minute. I know most people want to get in and out, but nope. I wanted all 15 minutes if possible.
Speaking of rushing, what took so long to get you here? Because it feels like they should have signed you a long time ago.
If I could be honest, I don't want to like blame outside forces. I'm going to take responsibility for myself and say I just wasn't ready. I was just too much of a kid. I had an opportunity. What was it, like 2015? I want to say 14, where I fought for Dana White's looking for a fight, and I fought Jason Gonzalez. He ended up beating me, but I heard him, and I like rushed to finish, and I like got super desperate, and I blew all my gas. And the second round, he finished me. So I just don't think personally I would have been ready to fight at this level.
Was there any hesitation taking this fight on short notice?
Never. I tell the guys we made a joke when after my last win against Justin. They told me, oh, like, what is it called? Like, what's it going to be like? Do you go to a meeting? I was like, and all the guys who have gotten a call, like my boy Emmers, he says just a casual thing. It's just, you're just being casual. So I was literally taking a dump at the gym, and they go, I'm sitting there, and the manager calls me and goes, hey, this the call? And I was like, no, really? While I'm on the pooper? And I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. I would never, win or lose, man. I'm blessed to be here. So I was ready for whatever came out of this, whether I won or lost.
Did you wash your hands?
I almost forgot. I'm not going to lie. I had to wipe my phone down after, but I almost forgot. Hey, man, it happens, man. Don't play like I ain't never forgot to wash. Come on, man. We human.
So you talked about how this was so many years in the making. Did it live up to what you had dreamed of? Was it better, worse, different? How did it play out?
Every second was what I imagined. When I started this sport, I was 13 years old. So I felt like that was like the post Wild West of the UFC, where it was kind of like sponsors, Dennis Hallman wearing a thong, like all that stuff. So like I felt like I came in at the right time, because I don't know how I would have done like in the early UFC. That would have been wild. So yeah, this was awesome, man. Having your food, the PI, having everything. Literally, I went to the PI, calling everyone every day, like, can I get a massage? Okay, shout out to Bobby too, man. That guy's a busy man and real cool dude. So yeah, it was everything I wanted.
What about your opponent? I know you didn't have a lot of time to study him or think about him, but were there any surprises in there?
No, he was exactly what I expected. A strong young gun. I know he has a good amount of experience for his age, but the way the brain works is so weird, because I remember being 24 and kind of having that same swag, that violence to me, where it was just like pure violence. And watching his stuff, like he's pretty tame to be that violent. So that's what I expected. Like the way he was coming at me, the looks he was making in the cage, that was the way he beat his former opponents went. But I'm a veteran now. You know, I know people don't like to hear the word journeyman, but I am a journeyman. I've been through the ups, the downs. I fought some of the toughest guys in the local, in California regional. So I was ready. Whatever he was coming, I was ready. So shout out to James, man. We're both Latinos out here, man, trying to represent our countries. I can imagine what it's like coming from Peru. So shout out to that guy, man. I think he's going to do very, very good. Just slow down a little bit, and he'll get it.
Let's talk about the weigh-in, because your opponent didn't make weight. You did, and you only had a few days to do it. What were your thoughts when you saw that?
You know what, man? I want to, as much as people like to kick guys who miss weight, I understand, man. There's a lot of shit that happens on the side that, like, it could be just the flight, you know. It could be he turned left instead of right. Like, I know. There's so many things that come into that plays a part of that. So I won't disrespect the kid. Like I said, he's a young dude. Made a small mistake. He missed by 0.5, so it wasn't like he just blatantly missed, you know. And for me, man, my coach always keeps me in camp. We literally run every day. We're always working. My coach is very smart when it comes to cutting weight, because he's not like a panic guy where he's like, we got to cut these pounds right now, today. Let's cut 9 pounds today. It's like, nope. The moment he sees me cooking a little too hot, he slows me down and he'll go, nope, we're good for today. And I'm like, but I might need one more. Nope, we're good today. Just chill out. We'll get the rest of it tonight. So we cut morning and night. So it was great. Easy work.
You mentioned wanting to fight at the Sphere next. What would that fight mean for you? Because, you know, you made your debut here at the Apex, or weren't a lot of fans. That might feel like almost a second debut.
Independencia, you know? That's the day our people fought off the invaders in Mexico. So that would mean everything, you know? It's and I mentioned earlier, like, I'm from the United States. I was born here, blessed to be here. It's one of the greatest countries in the world. But this is where my lineage comes from. So to fight for them, to entertain them against another fellow countryman would be crazy. So, and the Sphere looks tight. I've to be honest, I've been in a casino maybe a few times just with my teammates. I don't know how to gamble. I don't really understand Vegas, to be honest, you know? So to be in there, it would be crazy.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Taco.
Yep, hit me.
Did you ever lose hope when you were fighting on the regional scene and you just weren't getting that call? You saw other quote-unquote journeymen get the call, but you were just never got that call. So, like, you know?
Yeah, I lost hope a bunch of times, man. I won't even lie to you. I told my coach, man, I've known my coach. His nickname is the Urban Legend. So he's run the regional scene for such a long time in his career. So watching him, and then I got a fight against one of his friends, and they beat me by split decision. And then, like, after that, I was done. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna coach. I'm tired of losing split decisions, and then just losing half my money, putting all my life work into it, just a judge says nope, even though I know I won. So losing that, man, it really broke me down a lot of times. But we came across each other at a point sparring tournament, and he came up to me, man, like a humble dude, even though, like I said, the Urban Legend. He came up to me, man, and said, hey, I'll work with you. Let's sit down, let's talk. So we just talked it up real fast, and that Monday, he said, show up on Monday. Showed up Monday, and I've never stepped back. So 2 years since meeting him, I finished 4 fights. That guy is a legend, man. So I'm so happy to have that guy watching my back every chance I get.
And I guess, you know, just kind of also speaking on that, you know, the UFC likes to bring in all of these undefeated fighters that have, you know, haven't fought the toughest competition. You've lost big fights. You've won big fights. You've had big opportunities. You've lost big opportunities. Like, I guess you grinded to get here, right? So does it make it even more special?
Yes. I like to represent, you know, my neighborhood. I'm from Gardena, California, LA. So if you guys don't know Gardena, I'm from LA. And showing these guys, man, that, hey, bro, you could take some L's, man, and bounce back. Like, it's not the end of it. It may feel like the end. It may feel like you just want to slap everything off the table and just say, you know, F this. But I like to be able to talk to people, man, because when I talk to a lot of these young guys and they come off L's, they come off like something going bad in their life, and then I could be like, hey, bro, I was right there. I was literally ready to smash the quit button, but then some older journeyman came to me and was like, nah, bro, not yet. So I love representing that. I love showing people, like, you guys saw I was the underdog, you know? I'm sure people are like, oh, he got 6 losses. This guy's a contender series guy, 12-fight win streak. You know, he had all the favorable things in his favorable in his on his side of the field. But at the end of the day, bro, we dogs out there. I don't care about the paperwork, man. Let's show up and let's see what we got when we get in there.
Funny enough, Gabe Green was supposed to fight James before you. Is that a fight that you want to get back?
Funny enough, man, I fought Gabe at Bellator, man, and that was a crazy one, man. I'm not a vengeful guy personally. Gabe is a cool dude. We've cross trained before, so I'm not going to be the one to be like, yeah, let me get Gabe Green. I made my call out. I like Benitez on that day, man, but I'm a UFC employee, man. So at the end of the day, they make the offers, and I go from there.
And finally, did you try and walk out with your mask?
Psh, man, you know they weren't going to let me do that, man. I had my Aztec War Club on me too, bro. I'm telling you, man, I was ready to make sacrifices today. I was going to cut a heart out, bro. So, hey, UFC, stop playing with me, man. We need the War Club. We need the Jason mask, man. We need to let the people know it's violence time.
Congrats.
Thank you, brother.
Chris, over here. You referred back to your looking for a fight outing a couple years back. Thiago Moises versus Jamal Emmers was on that card, and now you joined them on the UFC roster. So thinking about it that way, is that like a full circle moment for you?
Hold up real fast, man. Your voice is extremely deep, man. I did not expect that. You hit me with that Vader voice. Let me hear the question again, man. I'm sorry.
I said you referred back to your looking for a fight outing from a couple years back, and Thiago Moises versus Jamal Emmers was on that card, and so now you join them now on the UFC roster. Is that like a full circle moment for you?
Bro, I've been getting hit with so many full circle moments this whole week, bro, okay? Emmers, again, just like you mentioned, I saw Emmers take his last fight right before he got into the UFC. He beat up my boy Vince in the UFC for his debut. Again, meeting my coach, I literally used to be on Facebook fanboying over all his YouTube videos. Like, bro, I want to spin kick. I want to jump over kicks. I want to do elbows like that. Like, it's crazy, man. So to have this guy in my corner after like, life is so weird, bro. It's just so weird how things intersect. And then just to be like, no, I know Jamal Emmers now. How did I know Jamal Emmers? And then, oh, Chris Cully. Okay, Chris Cully's the middle guy. Okay, then I meet Jamal Emmers, and then they were boys. And then so, yeah, man, it is a full circle, man. Man, real shout out to Emmers, man. He put in, he had to drop a call for me, man. And thanks to that guy, man, he helped me really change my life. So.
Glad to hear that, man. That's awesome. And after you won and you were walking out of the octagon, I saw you chopping it up a bit with Curtis Blades for a second. How was that like?
Hey, shout out to Chicago, man. Again, intersecting my boy Oscar Kush. To you, Kush. He put me in contact with Curtis Blades. They came over to the gym one day. They sparred with my little brother. He's a heavyweight dude, so they sparred, and then we just became homies. We all love smoking a little weed, so it was just cool, just us, grouping up. So shout out to Curtis, man. May that guy get a heavyweight title shot at some point.
Awesome. And we just saw what you could do on the biggest stage on short notice. So what can the fans expect out of you on a full camp?
Business. All business, man. To me, again, it doesn't even matter because I'm always training. This is why I don't take anything from James, because I know everyone else saw as a short notice, but I'm always training. I never, ever stop training. I don't go as hard, but I'm always training. My coach is real big on the mind and body, where like, even though I'm not going hard rounds, I'm connecting everything still. We're picking up patterns. We're looking for recognition. I ain't gonna say that because that's our little code word, but just know it touched them. I'll leave it at that.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Just a couple for me.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the win. Circle back real quick to something you talked about with Amy, with the missing of the weight. Was it anything that was going to stop you from taking that fight, even if it was like a Haney Garcia thing where it was like 3 pounds and a quarter?
Nope. I have absolute confidence in what we do. So that 0.5 is just something I can sock. So your belly might be a little softer if you miss that 0.5, So, and I know that he's a big kid. He was coming down from 170, but we have a very teammate that's shaped just like him, funny enough. And I saw that he was a little bit bigger up top, but his legs looked really small. So if you guys see how many times I picked him up and just swept him right off his feet from the takedown, it's because I knew again, it don't faze me, man. I'm here to be the greatest, man. So .5 don't matter to me.
Were you surprised at how damn near perfect your takedowns were? I mean, you just blasted through him.
Nope. Again, we drill all the time. We work all the time, man. My coach, again, it's about recognition. We know what we're looking at. Hey, put these out there. You know, again, he's a young, aggressive kid, so I knew my coach was calling in the corner. He's going to respond to everything. You know, and that's what got him a lot of wins. But that's where I tell people, like, wins are cool, bro, but sometimes you fall in love with that, I'm winning, it's working. You know what I mean? And I've lost enough fights to go, just because it works, that means it's always going to work against anybody, you know? So, yep, not surprised.
That's awesome. That's a veteran quote right there.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to the veterans, man. Hey, they can underdog us. They can talk shit on the media. They can make us seem like, you know, we won and lost and we've been beat up before. But just, hey, keep going, veterans. I'm standing with y'all, man.
Are you sticking around for, I know you're not a Vegas guy, but are you sticking out this Saturday? Because speaking of Mexico, big deal coming up with Canelo Munguia. How do you see that going?
Y'all know who I'm going to go for, man. Y'all know I'm going with the Canelo, man. I'm a big fan. I know a lot of people talk a lot of good and bad about him, but I was recently doing some film study on Canelo. I was watching Canelo versus Triple G again, because 1 and 2. And I know a lot of people are like, Triple G beat him. But if you look closely, Canelo made him miss a lot. I call him like a Mexican Mayweather, because that's what he made the fight look like. He made him miss a lot, and aggression don't always mean winning. So I'm a big Canelo fan. I love that he adjusted his style off losing one of the biggest fights in his career. You know, and a lot of guys, they'll let that break him. But I feel like he adapted Mayweather's style very well into his with power punches. So I love watching Canelo fight. Munguia, no disrespect to him either, man. I love a good, tough fight. So I can't be hanging out in Vegas because, you know, I got shit to do in California. I love California. Yeah, I won't say I love it, but yeah.
And last for me, what are you doing with those gloves? The meaning? Are those going in the gym? The special case? What are you auctioning those to charity? What's up?
I'm gonna get with my coach, man. Again, guys, there were so many times that guy had to pull me out of the dumps, man, mentally, physically, and this is like I felt like for me, this is like I'm giving the heart of my opponent to my coach. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. When I say I came for sacrifice, I came to sacrifice and give to the sun god, man. So yeah, that's going to my coach, man. Shout out to Jumby, Urban Legend Kickboxing, baby. We up here.
Right on, man. Congrats on the win. Taco, Aztec Warrior, whatever you want to call it. Well done, sir.
Thank you, brother. Cool. Much love, guys. Smoke a little weed. Have a nice day.